Victor, and here with a new product review. This time we are going to make a look to the Psychic Awakening Faith of Fury. So this is the one about the Chaos and the Imperium. So we are going to make a look what's inside. It's a hardcover book, it's a campaign book, and this one is about 95 pages, 96. Okay, and we always have this. As usual in all the books from Games Workshop, we have this counter cover with the black and white illustration. We have here the Sisters of Battle against the Chaos Marines, or the Chaos Space Marines. So here we have the introduction, the content. We have first what is the Teledus, so it's a background. We have missions, we have the Adeptus Starters, we have the Black Templars, and then we have the Recticus Starters. So there is quite a good material here, even if you are in the Imperium or you are a chaotic player. Well, the first part is the background and all the history, what's going on. Okay, here we have a map of all the. Then we have here about all the background. About how the Chaos and as attacking the Imperium. Okay, so all this picture background with nice pictures as well, because of the Awakening. Here we have a short history, and then we go to the missions. Okay, and then the missions we have theaters of war. Okay. We have here the missions, and this is mainly to play narrative, where you have normally an attacker and a defender, and you will have some stratagems depending if you're an attacker or defender on top of all your stratagems. So we have this one, that is the stand of the Saints Wall. We have the underground incursion, and then we go to the Adeptus Starters. So we have only two missions in that case. Okay, we have here the Adeptus Starters. Then to the starters we have the masters of the chapter, right? And here we have, but first we have chapter litanies that are specific for each chapter. Okay, so we have for White Scarves, Iron Hands, Imperial Fist, Ultramarines, Salamanders, and Raven Guard. And then we have here the different masters. So the Master of Sanctity, who is the chaplain, and all of them costing one common point, and so with one common point you use this before the battle to select a chaplain from your army that is not a named character. Until the end of the battle, that model gains Master of the Sanctity keyword and following ability. Master of Sanctity, this model knows one additional litany from the litanies of the battle and can recite one additional litany at the start of each battle round. You can only use this stratagem once per battle, and your army cannot include two Masters of Sanctity from the same chapter. Suppose that there is only one Master of each in each chapter. Okay, so then we have here a special relics for them. We have a special warlord trait in case you want to make him warlord. So, and we will have the same for all these, right? We have the Master of the Forge, again the Master of the Forge. When this model repairs a model using its blessing of Omnicia, so you win 3 automatic, right? Instead of these 3. The Chief of the Librarian. This model knows an additional psychic power from their chosen discipline and can attempt to deny one additional psychic power in your opponent's psychic phase. You can only use this stratagem once per battle, and your army cannot include 2 Chief Librarians. Okay, and then you have the Chief Apothecary. That I guess it's medical attention. The units can reroll the dice to determine if a destroyed model is returned to that unit. So they can reroll. The Chapter Ancient. Okay, you have the Chapter Champion. Let's look then. So the chapter, you have the chapter banner, and finally chapter units benefit from this model's starter's banner ability if they are 9 inches instead of 6, so you increase the aura radius. And then we have the chapter champion, skillful parry. When resolving attack made with the melee weapon against this model, subtract 1 from the hit roll. Okay, so -1 to hit him. Okay, and all of them cost 1 common point, and then on top you can have special equipment, right? So for example, this guy can have a special blade that is +2 strength, -4, 3 damage. That is quite strong. Okay, and then we go to the Black Templar. So we have here first a background on the Black Templars, who are the heroes. We have here the rules for the Black Templars, and then we have this, the characters that are only for Black Templars. So we have the High Marshal Helbeck, who is a unique character. The Emperor Champion, I think it's also, I don't know if it's also unique or not. The Emperor Champion is a single model equipped with ball pistol. And you can only include only one model. Then we have the Champion Grimaldus, also only one model, and then we have the Cenobite Servitors. Okay, the Crusader Squad, and then they have different litanies here. They have different warlord traits, and they have also their own stratagems. Okay, they have the Crusader relics, and we have the points here of each of the Black Templars, and always of course, the tactical objective as usual, and the Black Templars name generator, what is quite can be quite fun sometimes, right? So, for example, we can have Enraus Haliban, or I don't know, Ulrun Roelik. Okay, so as usual. Then we go to the part that is about the Hereticus Astartes. Here what we have, first we have champions of the run, so abilities, malicious bullies, instead of following the normal rules for rapid fire, so they have here especially the rapid fire abilities, and then we have the same that they have on the Space Marines, and then we have the demon weapons. The selection of relics represent one of the following page collection of demon weapons. These are additional artifacts of chaos available to the Chaos Space Marines. If your army is led by a Chaos Space Marine warlord, you can give one of them to the Space Marine character model from your army as your model, as you will an artifact of chaos. Okay, so you can put this instead of artifact of chaos. Then we have, if I'm not wrong, one is for Thench, one for Korn, one for Norgel, one Islanish, and one generic. Okay, we have here, so let's make a look. A model with power sword, Hellforge. So Thench has to be Thench model, have to have the Hellforge sword or Force sword only. The relic replaces the power sword or the Hellforge sword or the Force sword, and it has the following. So it's melee, user -3, this 3 damage. When resolving an attack made with this weapon, invulnerable save cannot be made, so it's against invulnerable saves. This used to be the pass in the Slaanesh, now it's on Thench, and this is quite powerful because the -3 and non vulnerable save means that the opponent can only expect to save on 6s if they have, or 5s if they have a Terminator armor. Okay, then we have the Slaanesh model with 2 lightning claws or 2 sets of malefic talons. This really can replace these ones. The range is melee, of course, is melee. User -2 damage. When resolving an attack made with this weapon, you can reroll wound rolls. When rolling for this weapon, weapon's demon weapon ability, on a 2+, you can make a number of additional attacks equal to the result of the weapon in this phase. So you have to roll, a 2+, the model can fight this weapon as normal. So this on top, on a 2+, you do the additional attacks. Okay. So it's doing a lot of attacks, this one. So this is the common one, but it's maybe the weakest than the before. So remember, the previous weapon is not adding, so you have to roll. On a 1 you receive a mortal wound, on 2 plus you can attack as normal. So, and on top this one you add the roll and the result of the roll to your number of attacks. The con 1, it's melee user -5 and 2 damage. When rolling for this weapon's demon weapon ability, on a 2 plus add the number of weapons, the number to this weapon's strength characteristic. So this is really going to make a very strong thing, right? A very strong hit. So it's going to be, if you have a demon priest, I think you are a strength 5 or 6. So plus d6, it's going to be quite interesting. The Norgal one, when resolving an attack made by this weapon, subtract 1 from the hit roll and unmodified wound roll of 2 plus is always successful. So you always wound on 2 plus. So first the strength is by 2, it's -3 and 3 damage. So they have to, and when resolving an attack made with this weapon, yeah, you have -1 to hit. So it's like a fist, right? Yeah, you substitute the fist. So it's a fist. This is why it's by 2, -3, 3. But you won on 2 plus. But to be fair, this is really against vehicles, because against people, most of the time you already won on 2 plus, right? And it works against vehicles, there is nothing against. And the last one, you have to replace a Force Axe, a Power Axe, or a Demonic Axe. And when resolving an attack made with this weapon, a modified roll of 4 plus inflicts 1 mortal wound. But so you just roll on 4 plus, you do mortal wounds. And then the other attacks are quite insignificant. So when you resolve an attack made with this weapon, yeah. So you roll every 4 plus is a 1 mortal wound, and then you do user 0-1. So really, you go for mortal wounds. It's not a bad weapon either. Yeah, in addition to any other damage, but to be fair, the other damage will be nothing, because it's user 0-1, right? And then we have here the different legions. So we start with the Word Bearers. We are going to have new warlord traits. We are going to have new stratagems. We'll have a new artifact of power. So here we have the new warlord traits. And then rules presented section, goes addition. A Word Bearers detachment is still treated as a Chaos Space Marine detachment for the purpose of stratagems, artifacts of Chaos. Warlord traits represented in the Codex Space Marines. Okay, and this is additional, so you have the additional warlord traits, the additional stratagems, the additional artifacts, and then yeah, you have the tactical objective and the. So you don't have additional generic rules like you have on the Imperial Feast, but you have here more stratagems and relics, and then of course the tactical objectives. The same for the Night Lords. Okay, what is quite disappointing is that you don't have new rules for them, like you have on top of the ones that like they have done with the supplements of the Imperial Feast or the Loyal. So you have the same here. You have Night Lords, and then we have Alpha Legion. Remember that Alpha Legion, they already have the ability in the Codex. So you take all the things that you have in the Chaos Space Marines Codex, plus you can use also these new warlord traits. I will not go to the warlord traits, the Alpha Legion stratagems, and then we have the Alpha the artifacts of the Alpha Legion. Okay. We also have the Iron Warriors. Okay. Here we have the Emperor's Children. This one I'm curious because it's one of my favorite legions. This is an Alpha Legion and my favorite legions. Then we have the Word Eaters. and then I guess the Black Legion. We don't have anything for the Black Legion here. The thing that I want to show you is, you see the War Eaters, you have these things in reddish colors. When we are on the Emperor Children, is on purplish colors. It's a nice detail. It's greyish for the Aryan Warriors. You can see these are the details that I like it. You see the blue for the Alpha Legion, or the blue, I have to say the how it's called, is it the turquoise, because then we have this greyish for the Nine Lords, that is more on the bluish spectrum, and then this reddish color for the War Beaters. So nice touch, and this is what you find here. So you have, there are rules for the more rules for the Space Marines, and then you have more rules for the Chaos Space Marines. Really, this is focused on the Chaos Space Marines against Space Marines. The curious is that why in the cover they put the Sisters of Battle. Why Sisters of Battle mixed with the Space Marines, but it is more Sisters of Battle, I don't know. Because really, this is really focused on the Heretic Marines and the Loyal Space Marines. And that's all for this book. This is all what I want to share. I hope you have enjoyed this review, or this like unboxing, my first view to this book. Please give a like if you have liked this video, share with other people that if you think that they can be interested on that. And this is what you find in the Psychic Awakening Faith of Fury. As usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.